Very weird.
T3 Media.
Through the media.
Right. All right, guys, welcome to another episode of We Got Your Mail. It's the weekend. This is the show where we like to collect all your questions, comments, concerns that you put in the box and discuss them right here on the show. And with me, as per usual, is the one and only Miss Amy Newman. Hey, sister, how are ya?
Hello. Welcome to our channel.
That's how we do it. That's called being classy and a professional right there. That's class.
That's me.
She's got style and grace. There you go. All right. So you guys, you remember how to send us a question or a comment that you want us to read out on the show. And maybe we'll pick yours. If you put it in the box, go to t3medias.com/contact and add T3 Medias on our social media. And also, yeah, suggestions of anything that you might want to see on the show or anything you want us to react to or review or cover. Just put it in the box, as we always say right here. And speaking of what's in the box, let's go look and let's talk about a few things that were sent to us. What do we have?
What do we have? We discussed.
That's a good one. What do we have? Did you crack yourself up right there?
I'm a little punchy tonight. We are talking about.
Gotta get the laughs out. I'm gonna let her get the laughs out. That was good.
Oh no! Do you ever just feel your brain like pop a little?
Sometimes, yeah.
We were talking about AMC theaters renting theaters out for like $99 or more. And Tijuana said, I doubt this will save them. This is just like trying to get some of your debtors some money before it's all over.
That I remember saying, like, "Oh man, that's kind of harsh," but yeah, you were in agreement on this one, right? It's. I feel like they're gonna probably get rid of a few of the locations before it's all over to save money. But yeah, it could be a last effort to save them. You don't think it's gonna work? What do you think?
I don't know. I mean, I don't think it's gonna be comparable to the money they should be making. Yeah. But I respect that they're trying. Like, I gotta give props to any business that is trying to adapt to the situation because the situation sucks. Yeah. So I give them props that they're trying to figure something out. Also, I live in Burbank and we have 3 AMCs within like a mile. And I will not lose one of them, Chris.
It's like Starbucks. You can't have just one. You gotta have. Well,
at least... go to the sketchy one in the mall if you want to have a theater to yourself.
The one with the sticky floors.
Yes, you go to the 16 if you have a date or something because it's got like a Buffalo Wild Wings and a Yard House, and then you go to the 8 if the movie you wanted wasn't at the 16.
That's called options. It's called options. And I think I asked you before. I said, what's your preference? Do you prefer a movie and a dinner, or a dinner and a movie? For a first, if you were advising a first time at a couple going on a date for the first time, what is your preference?
Yeah, feed me first.
Dinner and the movie.
Dinner and then the movie. I cannot cope with getting hungry in the middle of a movie.
Right.
I will leave. I will come back. I will have like a hot dog. It will not be good. I'll be like grumpy that I ate a crappy hot dog.
I like movies in the dinner because then you have something to talk about, after the movie. That was great. Oh, that movie sucked. And you can just enjoy the food. But I see your point. I see your point. You're sitting there, the movie's getting good, and all of a sudden,
not ideal.
Then you got to go to the lobby and get that gut buster.
Mm-hmm. But yeah, props to AMC for trying, and not just trying to. I'm surprised they're not like on Grubhub or something, like popcorn delivered.
Something, yeah. I mean, they've been trying a lot of things, and let's hope something works. I'm still under I feel like the studios should help them out. I mean, because one can't exist without the other, but they won't. Mm-hmm. That's all my money. I'm gonna keep it. They're not gonna help. They should.
Randy J says, do theaters even handle reels of film anymore, or is it all digital and projectors?
It's all digital, baby. Ever since the early 2000s, George Lucas was the one who introduced us to the first all digital movie with the Phantom Menace. And it saves money, saves for instead of all that expensive film. Film is expensive, man. People didn't realize that. Even movies that are still shot on film are still converted to digital for the theaters because they don't have those projectors. Nobody's like trying to hustle and get that reel back up on the machine anymore. It's not. That's a lost art. What about? Yeah, especially that, and that's why we're gonna have to get rid of one of those Burbanks because.
Okay, don't do the 16 though, because like it's nice, and I do feel like every so often you get like I feel like in LA we have a couple like niche theaters that can still do like film, but yeah, it's virtually unheard of.
Like,
right,
it's like the drive-in, yeah. If you can find one, and all of a sudden you're watching a new movie, and all of a sudden that film breaks. Yeah, you know, go through that. Yeah.
How else are you supposed to know something bad's about to happen in a movie theater, you know?
I like those movies that put that in like as if it really happened as a joke. That's always fun. There's a little throwback, a little callback. All right, what's the next one?
Starman, in response to Gal Gadot's casting as Cleopatra, nailed that one, said, as a Greek, I'm very happy with Gal Gadot as Cleopatra. If she can play Wonder Woman, which is another Greek character, then she can play Cleopatra.
I somewhat agree. I'm like, only because Wonder Woman is based on like Greek or Roman characters. So if she can play her, then why can't she play Cleopatra? Not to get into the whole... I know people are in the defense. Was she really Greek or was she Egyptian? Was it?
I see where you're coming from, Starman. I plead ignorance beyond that. I feel like it's kind of the point I came to last time we tried to have this discussion of like, I see a lot of people, a lot of worked up. A lot of people, a lot worked up, very worked up. People are feel passionately about both sides of this issue. Right. That sentence took a couple of tries. People feel strongly about it. I understand emotionally where people are coming from. I am not a scholar. I have not read academic texts about, Cleopatra's ethnic background. I've skimmed a couple articles. I can formulate an opinion based on that, but I hear the debates in academic circles and whatnot beyond that.
I mean, or they could cast Cardi B to be Cleopatra. What do you think?
I mean, I'm not going to say that wouldn't be an entertaining movie.
Off with his head. All right, so you got to save me from this. What's the next one?
I still think about that thing. Coronavirus. I think about that a lot. It haunts me at night. And Richard F., in response to the Rudy Giuliani Borat 2 scene, says, why go in the bedroom?
Yeah, Rudy. That's the ultimate question. But why? Because that's what his wife was asking.
Why. We all know why, but I don't want to think about why.
America's mayor. That's why he was. That's the explanation. We talked about this on the show. It's like if it's all 100% innocent, which it could be, the ultimate question is, because that's exactly what I would ask, and what I know anybody, if I was in that situation, would be asking me. Then why did you go into that bedroom by yourself with her? That's the question. That's the question, Rudy. When you're in front of Congress having to answer these questions, I hope you have a good explanation, because I'm sure your wife is going to be right there behind your shoulder going, mm-hmm. So we'll see.
Whiplash says, watch Bill Burr's SNL monologue. It had him trending the night it aired.
You gotta check it out.
I should do that. I caught, I think, a couple little pieces of it, but not enough that I would feel dishonest about a reaction. I would be curious to see it. I saw some of sort of the fallout and the discussion, and I know people felt very strongly about it. And, Bill Burr is interesting because, again, I didn't see the monologue. I saw some of the people discussing being offended by it, loving it. And to me, he's someone where I always go in a little hesitant because a lot of times he does joke about things that I'm not going to say I'm not comfortable joking about. I will say he jokes about things that I think a lot of comedians attempt to joke about and do it poorly. They miss the mark. They punch down with their comedy. And I find generally, even if he's not, doesn't hit the mark for me 100% of the time, Bill Burr does a good job having an intelligent point to make, doing it in a way that's funny enough, and the offensiveness is not punching down is really the word for it. So I would be curious to watch it. I will put that on the to-do list. Thank you.
I saw the whole thing.
You like it?
It was the whole as a whole. Yeah, I enjoyed. There was some sketches that was funnier than others. There was one that about the beer that floored me. I don't know if you saw that one. I did
see that one, the pumpkin beer one.
Pumpkin beer one,
because I'm a pumpkin beer person, and that one destroyed me.
Have you had pumpkin? I'm not going to do the pumpkin thing. I don't.
Oh, I make a point every Halloween to try as many pumpkin beers as I can. I love them.
Oh wow, I'm just not a beer person either.
We have a ranking system. We take it very seriously. I'm a basic white girl. I don't know what you expected.
All right, what's the next
one? Steve 71, in response to no reason to hit a woman, says, after my 20 plus years of dating women and married, I found that women argue, like he explains, only if they are in love with you. If they aren't, they tend to not get that mad, as he's explaining. LOL, it's all about the feels. Yeah. Look at Mr. 20 plus years of dating.
Oh, yeah.
With your humble brags.
Yeah, exactly. Women love me. And I've learned over the years, if they love you enough, they might try to hurt you. But I understand what he's saying. Yeah, like I was saying earlier that we arm our significant others with all that information that they could totally hit you with later. And but yeah, I understand what he's talking about. I've experienced that.
Yeah, I've had more heated conversations with people I truly care about than I have with, people I was dating.
Right.
So yeah, I agree. RustyLH says, another thing I would add is this bill is trying to educate people a bit. How about this? How about we keep reminding women over and over and over and over that they commit more child abuse? Wouldn't you women who don't do that and never will do that start getting tired of hearing about it? Would you get tired of people constantly trying to educate you on how bad that is?
Of course. I guess the answer would be yes.
I don't think I've ever tried to educate a man on domestic abuse. Right. I don't think, I think
the only thing you've said on this show is that from a man or a woman, abuse is wrong.
Yeah, don't hit somebody. Don't especially don't hit people who trust and love and care about you.
Right,
but
exactly.
I don't know. I think if someone tried to sit me down and teach me about child abuse, I would just be like, yeah, let's talk about this. I would never hit a child, but yeah, that's still absolutely an issue we should be discussing.
Right.
I don't know, maybe I missed the point of your comment, but I
was thinking the same thing. I think I understand what he's saying, but maybe I missed it. But I'm like that because if the stat is actually true that more abuse to children are come from women, okay, that's a technical truth. But if that's the conversation, then that's the conversation. But if you were to if we were talking about like apples and then you bring up oranges and I'm going to be like, whoa, what the, I don't know if that's the scenario but I guess I can equate what he's saying. I get what you're saying, but I guess
I also don't go up to every man I meet like, well, statistically.
Yeah, exactly. I don't statistic everybody to death from right from the introduction. Hi, my name is Chris.
Hit me because you're on that we got your mail. We somehow ended up on, is it Innerspace? And Randy J said, in 1966, Raquel Welch was in a movie called Fantastic Voyage, where people were shrunk in size and sent in a submarine inside a human body for some medical purpose.
Yeah.
I like how vague that is. I hope they knew in the movie.
Right.
The medical thing. I don't
know what it was about. I never saw. I saw Innerspace, and I don't know if this is if Innerspace was a remake of this Fantastic Voyage movie. Maybe so.
I feel like there's usually like one that kind of kicks off the trope, and I feel like that is a trope you see a lot, like in anything that can sort of bend the science rules or get away with it. I feel like a lot of TV shows and stuff dip their toes in the tiny people in a body water.
It seems like something that would also be in like the Twilight Zone, wouldn't it? Like that concept of that.
Yeah, it's a Twilight Zone. Not that Twilight Zone wouldn't dip into like sci-fi. It almost feels a little too like sci-fi fantasy for Twilight Zone. I can't think of one. I've seen a fair amount. Anyways, let me know if I'm wrong. I might be. There's a lot of Twilight Zone. I only have so many hours in a day, and I can only devote so many of those to watching old reruns of Twilight Zone. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah.
Mannequin one. That shit's scary. Sorry, I shouldn't curse.
The one where the guy was the last man on earth, but he got to read his books. That was a good one.
Good one. welcome to T3 Medias, where Chris and I just very quickly recap some of the best Twilight Zone episodes. I'll kill people. That was cool.
We need that intro, that Twilight Zone intro, maybe for next Halloween. We'll work on it.
Oh, fun! I like that. Lisa Anderson says we were talking about becoming a member or a Patreon, which you can do right now. She says, "I'm so there. Payday. Sign me up and shut up and take my money." So, thank you very much, Lisa.
I always love that. Just in case if you missed it, guys, we now have the join button right here on the show, and you can also
is it somewhere I can point to?
Yeah, exactly. I don't know, just right next to the subscribe button if you haven't already become a subscriber. I like the fact that you can join without being a subscriber. That's weird, but that's kind of cool. But you can also support the channel because it does help us out. We're trying to have the time and have the resources to bring you better content here on the channel and evolve and make it the best show we can possibly make it, because you guys deserve that. And we have our Patreon page for contributions and our memberships for right here on YouTube, and both are like mirrors of each other. Both are the same thing. So if you don't need to subscribe to both, if you subscribe to one, you're subscribing to the other.
Don't let that FOMO make you spend more than you have. We love you. We love your money, but like,
right. I wouldn't say no, but I would contact you and be like, you realize you're getting the same stuff here that you're getting there. Because we're going to upload everything that we upload on the Patreon is going to be uploaded through the members. So one or the other, and all the levels and the tiers are priced the same. So if any of you guys, we'll also give you a shout out. I think I don't know if we did that during the show. I forgot to do it, so I'm gonna give a quick shout out to James Merlaut, who recently became a member as well. And I got a request from a Lord Anthony Jones for a shout out. I don't know. He just like, hey, give me a shout out. I'm like, all right, so there you go. There's your shout out.
Okay, if you don't ask, you'll never know. Well, thank you so much to everybody who has already signed up. Lisa, thank you very much for your support. It means a ton.
Oh, yeah. I got a crazy.
It's just a rare, earnest moment for me. I'm just trying to be nice.
I'm sorry. You might hear some noise in the background. I got a crazy pet that's messing with my background curtain. So if something just goes completely falls apart, then
you got a what?
Cat, feline.
A cat.
Crazy pet here.
Pet. I didn't know what I heard, but I was.
You have a what? Go see a doctor, Chris. What is that?
Remember that episode of Twilight Zone?
Twilight Zone with
where it got really hot and they were all gonna die, but then she woke up and it turned out it was really cold and they were all gonna die. It's not a great one, but it's the one I could think of off the top of my head.
That Talking Tina the doll one. I remember.
I already said Talking Tina, Chris. Get on my level.
Okay. My bad. Stay in school.
Monsters, but the monsters were the people. Catiana J, in response to Danielle Soli's TikTok video, says, almost anyone who isn't in the med field will think this wasn't funny. This generation is so dang sensitive.
Is it though? Is it really that sensitive? I did a video, well, not a video. I did on Twitter. I responded to this nurse that was trending on TikTok for doing one of those out of breath videos where it was a song where a person made a whole song out of being out of breath, and this woman who was a nurse did that, making fun of patients. If a patient was all like, I'm out of breath, and then the nurse just started just going and then she just started dancing to the beat of that breathing. And this was before Corona, by the way. But,
okay.
So people were up in arms with her, like, you're not being sensitive to patients. Like, you can't, because the joke was sometimes patients think they're sick or think there's something wrong with them, but nurses always really know. We're monitoring you. We know what's going on. So you can't really over exaggerate to a nurse because they've seen it all. That was the joke. But this was last year. She got attacked for it, and And I made a whole video because I reached out to her and I thought she blocked me, but and I said, well, this woman just blocked me. All I asked was for an interview. And then she responded like, no, I didn't. I did not block you, Chris. If I blocked you, you wouldn't see this response. Something like that. She called me out and I admitted it on this channel. Like, oh, you're right. I was wrong. But Joy is a nurse, so I agreed with her. Like, nurses have the weirdest sense of humor. So I mean, they are the funniest people in the world because of what they got to deal with. They got to laugh. But she was unfairly, I feel like she was unfairly attacked for the TikTok video she made. But
yeah,
it was
I don't think it's that this generation is overly sensitive. I think the internet has made us all really bad at looking at like context.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and sort of like, yeah, who is this person? What was she going for? What is the actual like punchline of the bit? I think the internet sort of saps a lot of that from comedy, especially. So I think sometimes what gets written off as like sensitivity is like we edit everything down into like these bite-sized little clips, and everyone feels like they have to have an opinion. And just a lot of like, this is the context, this is the nuance, this is why like even if like I don't love this joke, what she was going for was that we don't look at intention. We don't, you know.
But because of the anonymity, if I'm saying that word right, anonymity, anonymousness.
If you say it fast enough, like no one can quite tell.
Everybody becomes keyboard warriors, though. Sometimes they just like people. Sometimes people just want to pile on because they see other people piling on, and I think that's a little bit of what happened to her.
It makes a little like your brain just kind of go like, I'm a good person. I think. Not that some people aren't jerks and deserve to be called out. I didn't see the video, so I can't really speak to that. This is more just a general. You want to hear about more Twilight Zone episodes I like?
Oh, what's next? We got James Merlaut.
Oh, fine. James, is it Merlaut or Merlaut?
Merlaut, probably Merlaut. I'll just say Merlaut.
Yeah, please feel free to correct us if we get your name wrong. I like getting.
I mean, James is a member, so he
definitely new member. Thank you again, James. Please let us know how to say your name right next time. James says, he had a comment read on We Got Your Mail, and he said that link was even time-stamped. Impressed with the extra effort.
Hey, we give you a heads up right before the show. So whenever you do something here on the show, and it's read on the either the main show or on We Got Your Mail, what I do is I'll message you and say, hey, your comment was read on the show, and I'll timestamp it. You know, so. And James was impressed. But yeah, that's what I've been doing. And
that's all Chris on the record. He puts a ton of time and effort and love into this channel, and we appreciate all that he does.
I love our subscribers, man. They're the best. They are the best. Our community is the most awesome community on the YouTubes. And I'm going to show you that love and appreciation. Everybody gets a cookie today.
Hell yeah. Webfish69 says, my favorite haunted house show is the House of Representatives on C-SPAN. It is on 24 hours a day, truly terrifying most of the time. He got jokes. He got jokes, everybody.
I get jokes. That was funny. I get it. But who has time to watch C-SPAN all the time? With C-SPAN, it's all and we are the representative here. I could not watch that. And then what's worse is when they get overly hyped about it. And that party is the party that are messing everything. Sometimes it's entertaining, but at the same time, sometimes you can tell that it's just them either putting on a show or them trying to put us to sleep. But
honestly, like this whole conversation just brought me back to like a simpler time when we were just like politicians, am I right? But no one was like actually that invested in anything. And I miss that. Like I miss when it was boring and we we're all just like the real monsters in the, over in Washington. But like now I actually know what's going on and I'm upset. And I guess that's better because things were never that good. But like, I'm tired. You know what I mean?
Like, I don't need to know the DOJ's name. I used to not know. I didn't know who used to be.
I guess we should know though. Like maybe
know, but for the right reason. We should know because we're interested, not because they're doing stuff like really bad.
But no, there is also the element of like, that is good that we're paying more attention, truly and honestly. But I miss just being able to be like, okay, there's like a handful of things that I'm focusing my time and energy on, and it's not like every waking goddamn moment.
He tweeted what? Oh, speaking of which,
Yeah, right.
what's the next
Saph things in response to the epic rap battles reaction to Biden Trump said the worst part of it all, though, is you can actually imagine Trump acting like this and saying these things. Usually in these rap battles, they make them all crazy and exaggerated for comedy, but they did not have to for Trump.
Have you seen that epic rap battles?
Yes, I watched the reaction. It was very entertaining.
Yeah, that was. I agree. Most of these things you could he was saying on that on that rap. Most of the things that they say, they are obviously overhyped, over exaggerated. The volume is turned up, or the dial is turned up for the effect of a true rap battle. You on a rap battle, you're supposed to say whatever it takes to disarm the other person. But yeah, I could totally see Trump saying each and every one of those things. that was that. So yeah, you're right about that, Saph. All right.
And then we had also on that, we had Miao Li, and again, apologize if I said that wrong. Biden has longer lines, so he won in the battle.
I took that in a double meaning. When I first read that comment, think about it. You can also apply that to the vote. If the lines are longer for Biden, he wins.
Additionally, Satrajit Santra said Biden won. So seems like our panel has
made that
more or less spoken.
I mean, it's been going back to the one before to Lee. Yeah, I felt like the Joe Biden character had more to say. So that's usually an indicator that they're that channel is getting a lot of grief because I think you can kind of tell they don't really come out and they're like for one or the other, but the way they kind of tweet things or say certain things or what they've said in those videos, you can tell where they probably lean like politically. And I think they've gotten so popular. Before they would talk anything about politics or anything relevant today in politics, they got so popular. So obviously their followers would be on both sides. So whenever a celebrity that we love, we go, and then all of a sudden you find out this one political thing they don't line up with you on, then we get all offended nowadays. It's like this whole like these political views are now our identity. So if I found out I love Will Smith's movies, but if he doesn't vote the way I vote, now he's trash. Now, like no, it shouldn't be that crucial. You don't have to. You're never going to agree with everybody all the time on everything. So, I mean, it's one political issue we don't agree on, but I like their movies or something like that. That's okay. It should be okay.
I don't want to get too deep into the issue. I used to agree with that. And I feel like, well, to me, it all just comes down to this. It's we can disagree on political issues. I cannot see eye to eye or find common ground with people who like are actively fighting to hurt people I love and care about and like invalidate their right. Safe to have their rights as Americans. So again, I miss when things could be a little bit more boring, but that's not where we're at anymore. But do you want to talk? Do you want to talk more about the Twilight Zone episodes I like? Because the one with the gremlin on the wing of the plane was good.
That is wait. Are we talking about the movie now?
No, the William Shatner episode.
That was actually in an episode of Twilight Zone?
I'm 90% sure now.
Because I remember when that was in the Twilight Zone movie.
I'm pretty sure that was an episode first, yes.
Oh, wow. I did not know that. I thought that all the things in the Twilight Zone movie, I thought that was original stuff. So I'm
going to go look that up. But
William Shatner. There's something on the plane or something on the wing, right? So that was William Shatner who did that first?
Pretty sure.
I know.
I'm going to go look it up. You close us out.
Who was the actor from, what's his name? From Third Rock from the Sun and the father, the TV show. Oh man, he's in
John Lithgow.
John Lithgow, yeah, he was in the Twilight Zone movie, and there's something on the wing. And then on Third Rock from the Sun, the TV show, they did that same joke again when they flew on an airplane for the first time.
Things we liked on Twilight Zone.
This whole show came back to the Twilight Zone episode. I loved it. That was great. Well, guys, if you ever want to talk to us about anything related to the Twilight Zone, bring it in over here, put it in the box, and we'll talk about it. Have you ever seen the Twilight Zone movie? Are you a buff from the original series? I think they did a new version of the TV show recently. Like, isn't Isn't
Oh yeah, the Jordan Peele. Yeah.
Jordan Peele brought it back, right? I haven't seen any of those yet. Isn't that on like CBS?
Yes, but it's on like their app, not the channel.
Not gonna pay for it. Not gonna do it. Not gonna do it. Can't do it. I'll try to find an edit on another medium, or I'll wait for it to go stream somewhere else that I am already subscribed to. But I heard some of them were good. I heard some of them were okay. I heard some of them were bad. This has become a Twilight Zone episode.
Wrap it up. We follow us on social media for all our Twilight Zone hot takes.
Well, guys, for the Twilight Zone, I'm Chris Fagan. That's Amy Newman, and we'll see you next time on another episode of We Got Your Mail. And tomorrow, check it out. There will be another We Got Your Vote coming up soon. So stay tuned. Till next time, guys.
Man, it's a cookbook. Crazy.
If you like what you saw, make sure to subscribe to the channel and please drop a like on this video. It really does help us. Also, don't forget you can turn on notifications so you don't miss a single review, react, why is that trending, or we got your mail.
All right. And we're back. See? And now I don't have to do that again later.
Boom.
I was watching you watch yourself the whole time. You were all like, ooh, who's that lovely lady right there?
Like, why is my face like that? Jesus Christ.
What? Stop criticizing. Don't talk about my best friend like that.
Oh. Are we ready?
Yeah, I'm gonna keep it on the split screen, and I didn't have time to put the We Got